And hello, it's meteorologist Jamie Singleton, and a very appropriate sponsor for today. Somebody that helped me out today after I had to pay some money for the dentist. First Choice Tree Services came through. I understand we are having a little bit of difficulty in broadcasting. I'm getting us some missed frames here, so hopefully you're okay in getting this. But you can see the wind in the jet stream just pushing through. This is a big low pressure system right through here, and it's moving on through, pushing out the moisture, but the wind is the big issue. That's what's causing the gusty winds, the sun coming out, that dry air coming out, and that's where we're getting all of our wind reports. In fact, if I add them on here, you can actually see how it's following that gray to orange area. That orange area is where the air is sinking. It's coming down, and we're getting just a plethora of storm reports. I can't keep up with them. I'm trying to listen on the scanner at them, but we've got a lot of them around the Roanoke Valley area. We've got some that are in Southside. Just about everywhere you go, there's trees down. There's one near Fredericksboro Road. Just to give you a few examples here, large tree down, power lines are down, sparking brush fires. Winds over 40 to 50 miles per hour can do that. Some power poles are down, and that means the winds are up around 60 to 70 miles per hour. We've certainly had that in the area, and it looks like that's going to continue there. Winds gusting over 50 miles per hour in many areas, many trees down, a roof blown off a home in Mercer County, West Virginia. We had some shingles blown off too, I think, in Franklin County, Virginia. Tree down on the power line, just a bunch of stuff right there centered in the Roanoke Valley area. Of course, you got a lot of people here, so you're going to get more in the way of reports here. Power lines surrounding the pole, tree down, Pittsfield Avenue. You get the idea, right? It's just really bad out there, and this is the worst of it. I can show you that because what you're seeing is the satellite picture. The clearest area is where the winds are the strongest. So if I go to my evaluator here, this shows how much the wind is aloft, and you can see that we've got 50 to 60 mile per hour winds aloft that are kind of coinciding with the highest of the jet stream. And what moved through this morning, we actually had 70 some mile per hour winds around this morning, but we still have 50 mile per hour winds to deal with for the rest of the night. So that's going to be something that we need to watch very, very carefully. This is the GR Earth look at it from the water vapor imagery, and I can put this into motion as well, and you can kind of get an idea of what's happening with this. You can see the big low wrapping up there. Let me get rid of the METARs here for you, and you can see all the wind damage reports there coming in with this system. It's just been an incredible system with numerous tornadoes off to our west yesterday, and then all these reports. Some of these wind gusts in Kentucky have topped 70 miles per hour. Now the winds are going to continue because we have to get this big dip in the jet stream out of here, and this is the really tough one right here. So this is moving east, and for the next 5 hours or so, it's going to be pretty bad. This is the peak of the wind. So what you're seeing right now is the strongest. That's what we were warning you about, and that's what's occurring. Indeed, here we've got winds over 62 miles per hour, where you would expect it up in West Virginia, but east of West Virginia, that's where we're starting to get reports of brush fires and trees down, even in the Bedford County, the Roanoke Valley area, and especially in the south side now, in the Bassett, tree down across Woodland Road as of this recording at 5:52. Power poles going down and sparking fires and making it difficult. You got to keep in mind the AEP folks, they're not going to be able to get out and evaluate some of this because, well, it's too dangerous to put a bucket truck up in winds like this. Speaking of that, let's look at the power outage info. And I did a recording not too long ago. We had about 25,000, I think. Now we're up to 81,000. You can see that the red counties show more than 2,000 without power. The orange counties have about 500 to 2,000. So a little bit less there, but the red counties are in the worst. The orange counties are pretty bad too. The green counties under 500. That's still, if you're in those areas, not good. So a good part of the area here, and the only reason you're not seeing Newcastle and the other areas is because, well, they're not served by AEP. And that reminds me to go ahead and look up poweroutage.info or poweroutage.us, I think is the website. We'll try to pull that up for you real quick. Just a reminder, you can go to my page, my Twitter page, for free, and I've got all kinds of let's see if we can get there. Every single report that comes in, even this live video is up there, but every single report that comes in, whether it's a storm report or something from the Weather Service or a video I posted or anything else, you can go to Jamie Singleton on Twitter, and you will find just about everything you need in terms of real-time data, and that's provided free to you at no charge. So we go to Virginia. We've got about 45,000 customers out. We zoom in and we load the map. So I want to see beyond AEP. And it looks like between 10 and about 30% of the area. Some of these areas without power. Grayson County hit the hardest right now in Southwest Virginia. But a lot of folks still do have power, including right here at my house. I'm prepared though, because I do have the generators and everything. The Amherst County has, 16,388 without power there. That's pretty impressive. So we'll continue to pray for the folks that have no power and hope that the heroes will get the lines going here. Now, what's going to happen for the rest of the evening is we are going to continue to see. Let's see if I can pop it up here. We're going to continue to see those high winds for the next several hours. It's not going to relent anytime soon. So this is the wind speeds right now off the HRRR, and you can see that we definitely are in those 50 to 60 to, you get to these gray areas here. This is 70 miles per hour up in Highland County and up near Beckley, West Virginia. The interval takes us now, as we add on the wind, through the night tonight. So this is not, the wind should be subtracting itself, but it's just it's an addition. So it's a swath that we're looking at here, going into 3Z, which is about midnight or so, almost 11 o'clock. And you can see still we've got those 52 mile per hour winds, at least the max wind gust. Let's see the instantaneous wind, if we can get that for you here. Let's see. And we're going to have some smoke in the air too from some of this, some of these fires that are in the area. Let's see the actual wind gust here, if we can get some of that. I'll go to the 18Z run. It goes out a little bit longer. We'll let that load. And so you can see the direction of the wind as well. Now, this is right now, as we go through the next several hours, we weaken it just a little bit, just down to about 48 miles per hour. But I tell you what, even overnight tonight, what's going to happen is some of the valleys may actually see maybe 20 to 30 mile per hour winds. That's still windy. But up on the ridge tops, it may get windier. It may get windier in Boone and areas like that. Up in Floyd County, you may see 50 mile per hour winds, or you haven't already. You can see right through here. If I was to show you the legend, and I will, look at the legend here, 70 to 80 mile per hour winds, and that's what the model is showing right there in Ashe County going into Watauga County, North Carolina, and even on the top of Cahays Mountain and Bent Mountain, we're looking at near hurricane force winds, and that would be tonight at 10 o'clock. So the winds are going to continue all night tonight. They'll start to die off if you live in Lynchburg and Danville, but the closer you are to the Blue Ridge, and especially in the NRV and Roanoke, they're going to continue around 40 to 45 miles per hour even after 2 in the morning to 3 in the morning. So I hope you are prepared for this. I hope you listen to me, and we'll have more updates as we get more information. Be careful out there. Trees are falling left and right. I can't keep up with them on the scanners, and it looks like it's going to be a long time before we see things calm down. Here's the forecast off the HER for the latest wind gust. You can see them moving through the area now the next few hours, and again after 7 to 8 o'clock the lower elevations here start to unwind a little bit, but then we see the ridge tops really start to stick out there. But the time we go into Sunday, a nice calm day, not much going on there. I do want to show you the 3-kilometer NAM just to give you an idea of some of these other wind speeds that are forecast off that model. And again, it's showing right now the highest winds over us. They start to get a little bit less, but they still are with us through the night tonight until about 4 in the morning, and then high pressure moves in. After that, we'll start to introduce a southerly flow, and that means we're going to start to see dew points back on the rise. I'll show you that real quick as well. It's very dry out there right now. That's leading to those fires. That's why we're seeing all of that. But as we go into time, we're going to start to see the moisture and the humidity creep back up, and it's going to be unstable by the time we go into Wednesday